kill shit. 6 feet.
Alright, 6 feet going deep. It's Torius with
Keella Garre.
Alright, Keella. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Why don't you tell us about what you do?
Well, I'm an artist. I make music. I'm an overall creative, I'd say, pretty much. I like to dance. I like to start businesses. I create new things, create music, different vibes. That's pretty much me.
Yeah, you're basically a jack of all trades, huh?
Yeah, for real. I can do it all.
I see that. Is Keella how do you say your name?
Keella. So like you would say tequila, but without the te, you just say Keella.
Yeah, I was listening on your song. Well, that's your actual name, or is that's your artist name?
It's my name, yeah. I have a legal name, but I don't go by it at all.
Yeah, you just go Keella.
Keella. Everyone calls me Keella, my family members, everyone.
Is it because of tequila?
No. It's not. It's easy when people, I'm like, oh, my name is Keella. They're like, what? I'm like tequila. They're like, oh yeah, we get that.
That's good, because it rhymes with a lot of stuff, so you can use that.
Yeah.
So, tell me about your childhood, growing up, because you grew up in Spain, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Spain. So I was born in Spain and raised in between Spain and Sweden. So I was born in Spain, and then when I was 8, my mom moved to Sweden, and I would move back and forth from Sweden to Spain until I was 16 when I moved to America.
Do you speak Swedish?
Yeah.
It's
a little rusty now, but I do still speak and understand it.
Because I heard that you are really good at learning languages, right?
Yeah.
What languages do you want to learn next?
I would love to learn Italian. I actually have family that's from Italy, so I can understand it, but I want to learn how to speak it properly. I just think it's one of the most beautiful languages ever, so definitely Italian.
Isn't it really close to Spanish though?
It is, but not really. I feel it's more of Italian and French people can kind of understand people that speak Spanish, but people that speak Spanish can't really speak or understand Portuguese or French or Italian. So yeah. It's still a different language, but it's my favorite one. I gravitate more towards love languages than any other.
Love languages?
Yeah.
The actual love languages, or romantic languages?
No, the love languages Spanish, French, Italian.
Oh, they mean gift giving or
No, not in that sense. I know that's a thing now, but no, I mean there's 4, right? 4 they say they're the love languages.
I think there's 5. Which one is yours? Because I feel gift giving is not yours.
Yeah, no, definitely gift giving, and I don't know.
So you like presents?
I'm pretty awkward. I don't like to receive gifts. It's okay, I like it, but on a private setting, Christmas, when everybody's looking at you, I don't like that.
Has anyone ever given you a present that you were actually excited about getting?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was Christmas. My boyfriend got me a pair of sweats that I really, really wanted for a while, and I had no idea he was gonna get them for me, and they're actually really nice. So.
When it comes to music, do people give you a lot of gifts? They just show up with stuff, or that hasn't happened yet?
No, that hasn't happened to me yet.
So tell me about your music. Why did you actually start, pursuing it?
Well, music is something that I've always loved and been super interested in, but then coming from Spain, it's not something that your parents can be oh yeah, go sing, they're go be a teacher, make money, So I just never thought anything of it, and then when I moved to America, I started modeling, because I've always been really tall and thin, so I got into the modeling industry, lived in New York for a couple of years, and then I moved to LA, and that's where I got introduced to you can maybe do music, and I've always loved to sing, so I gave it a shot, and I just fell in love with the whole music creating and all the different things that go into making a song, so that's kind of what got me.
How were your first songs?
To be honest, they're not terrible. I actually was listening to them the other day, a week ago. Not the other day, a week ago. And they're not bad. Obviously they're not. They're for a person that just got on the mic back then, like, that was crazy.
Did you ever get like scared of your voice? Like, oh, I sound like that.
Oh my god, yeah, I still do. I feel like I'm never gonna not. Like, I'm really picky when like I make music.
Really?
Yeah. It has to be the right mic. It has to be like the right setting. Like, yeah.
But you record you do your own stuff, right?
Well, not all of it. I just now moved here, like the last like 4 months. So I have a home studio set up here. So now I'm like doing a lot more of like my own development almost, where like I'm more like on my own by myself, like writing and like doing things like that. But all the songs that I've worked with has been like with like external people that like have helped me, because I have no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it'll come out just as good as the stuff that you've been working on if you work on it by yourself, or you feel like you need that foundation of like different people?
No, I feel like it's more of like I know where I have my weaknesses, and instead of like trying to like kind of like not get into that, like I rather like get the help where I know I need it. Like, I'm an artist and I'm a growing artist. I'm gonna need help in this, because especially like English being my third language, and you know, like being from other places and like having different cultures and stuff. So for me, it's like I'm a true artist, but sometimes I really struggle with like being able to like transmit a message or like communicate what I'm trying to say in a way that it's understood easily, especially in a song. So for me, it's like I do my best writing when I'm alone, so I can get all the melodies right, all of the like choruses, and like more of like the melodic sound of things, and then get with my team and like they help me with lyrics and things that are gonna resonate in people. You know.
So do you already have like stuff written down that you just put to a beat, or do you like go with the beat?
So I do it in like a lot of different ways. Like it's either I find a beat and I just start like putting down like melodies, and I after that figure out what I want to make the song about, or then I also like write down like things that happened to me in my life that I'm like, damn, this would be a dope ass song if I talked about this, you know? So I write down my ideas, and then it depends on the day. Either I just like start listening to some beats and like make the actual melody of it, or I go into like, I'm gonna make this song about this, and then I go off of that.
Have you ever had a time when you were like making a song and then like, you couldn't finish it that day, so you try to make it another day?
Yeah. Oh my
so
God, yeah.
How do you keep that same energy in the song?
It's actually hard. I feel like it's one of the things that I've struggled the most is when I go to studio sessions. Sometimes I feel like I'm like really pressured, because I'm like, oh, like I have 6 hours, I need to get this and this done. And you know, most of the time it didn't go that way, because you know, I know artists that go to the studio and they finish everything in like 2 hours, full song, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. Every time I go to the studio, I take way too long, but I enjoy it though. Like, I like being really tedious, and like I like making sure that everything sounds the way that I want it to sound. So of course I've had to like do sessions the next day, and I feel like the reason why I like doing it that way is because after I go another day or like some time passes and I come back, it's like a new fresh song. So if I feel like changing anything that I did the other day and finish it today and make it 10 times better, then like I'll do that. But then if I continue to just go off of the vibe that I had and finish it that way, then that works too. But
so you're a perfectionist?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. 100%.
Does that make it harder to work with you, or like people are more enthusiastic about working with you because of that?
You know, I can be a little bit hard. No, but not even. For me, it's like, sometimes I see things and I'm so passionate about it and I get so excited about what I'm doing that I forget to like look at other sides of it. And then my manager is like, oh, well, maybe, you know, you should look into this. And I'm like, oh, okay, true. But then, you know, it's more of like me being able to feel comfortable in the art that I'm projecting, you know? So sometimes I have to be picky, and sometimes I have to be a little bit like more like, no, this is how I want this message to sound.
What was it about being an artist that drew you into it? Is it like the money, the celebrity, or just doing what you want to do?
It was definitely me wanting to do something for the rest of my life that I was never going to get tired of. Like, that's like, early on in my life, I knew like books and school wasn't going to be my thing. And then, you know, I grew up with like a mother that like is a really hardworking woman and like always hustling a million jobs trying to make ends meet. And for me, it's like I never wanted that for me. You know, like I want wealth. I want to have like a steady life where, you know, I can be in one home and like actually have like things going on. So for me, when I decided to get into music, it was because I had tried to do other things that I thought I enjoyed, but I didn't. And music was the first thing that I was like, holy shit, like if I could get paid to literally sit in the studio every single day and just like talk about all the things that like I feel like need to be heard, like that would be like the best life ever. And once I realized that, it was easy. I was like, okay, well, this is the only thing that I'm ever gonna do then. Like, but obviously the money and everything else that comes with it is like a plus. Mm-hmm. But that's also like my goals in life are to like help my family and like bring them to the United States, and you know, so.
Do they support you?
They like emotionally. yeah. I have a really close relationship with my family in Spain. We talk a lot every day. I have 2 little brothers, and then my sister's in Sweden, and then my mom is here. So my family tries to be as supportive as they can, but they don't really understand like what I'm doing or like how I'm doing it.
They want you to be a teacher, so they're like, what are you doing in the microphone?
And no, it's always fun. It's always fun when I go back to Spain and I tell them about all the things that I do, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yes.
How do they feel about their green hair?
Oh, they don't like it.
They don't?
They don't like my tattoos. They don't like my green hair.
Yeah,
my dad likes it.
You have a lot.
Yeah, I don't have that many, but I have like some.
What do your tattoos mean to you?
Well, most of my finger tats, nothing. Because I got that when I was like 16, 17, 18. But it more like these 2, these are my parents' birthdays. And then this says Calma Alma, which means like calm soul. And the reason why I put that is because my whole life, like I've always been like such a like not calm person. Like I've always been like nervous or excited or like, you know, like something going on. Mm-hmm. And sometimes in life, you know, you have to remember to like enjoy the moment. So I was like, I'm gonna get it tattooed.
Do you feel like that's easy for you though? Like to be calm now?
I feel like it's become easier now, yes, but I still get super nervous.
So let me ask you, do you feel like to become is your goal to be a celebrity like Rihanna, big?
Yeah, of course. I want to be the biggest star ever, and I'm gonna be the biggest star ever. But it's not really about like celebrity and stuff like that. It's more of like the power that you can have and the good that you can do to the world, and the amount of people that have the exact same amount of power that don't do good for the world. If I could have that and actually do good, why wouldn't I go for that? You know? Mm-hmm. Like, that's kind of like...
But the reason I asked is because do you believe that you can become that level by hard work, or do you feel like you're just born into that? Like it's your destiny to be that?
Well, it is in my destiny, but it comes with hard work, you know? Like...
How do you know it's in your destiny?
Well, because to be honest, ever since I was younger, like I've always felt... Like, you know, I come from a small town in Spain, and I've always been that one different person in my family. Like, I was that one different person, and I never felt like I fit in anywhere. And every single time that, like... I would be like, okay, like, let me just, like, adjust to my environment and be how these people want me to be. Like, I never was happy. And truthfully, like, ever since I was a kid, like, I've always known that. I was like, I'm not going to do something regular. I'm going to be, like, the person that I really like. And I've always been the type of person to, like, start dancing in the middle of anywhere and, like, make a show. And, like, you know, like, I would put on dresses and come down in, like, a pasarela. Like, that's, you know, like, I've always been that. So I can tell that that's my destiny, but it's also up to me to make it my destiny, you know? Like, a lot of people feel this way and they don't have the actual, like, ¿cómo se dice agallas? Like, motivation to, like, you know, like, go for it and, like, do it. And I feel like that's different about me. Like, I've put my life on the line for the life that I have created today, you know? Like, there's nothing that I have today that I haven't put my hard work, effort into it. And there's been times where I've had nothing and I've had to believe in the person that I am and who I'm going to be so that I can be here today, you know?
Yeah. What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Why not?
How'd you know?
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, should I just go ahead and say that you're a Gemini? I just could tell.
What sign are you?
Yes.
I don't know.
They don't get along with Geminis.
Really? Taurus?
No.
No. I don't know. What's Virgo? I feel like that's the only 2 signs I don't get along with, really.
I feel like you have the most Gemini energy I've ever felt.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, I'm a Cancer moon. And I'm a rising Leo.
Wait, what's a Cancer moon?
So basically, the moon rules your emotions and like who you truly are when you're alone. And I'm a Cancer, so I'm like very, very, very emotional. But then my rising is Leo, so rising is kind of like the face you put or like the first impression of like what people think you are. And like Leos are very like strong energy, like very like out
very, like,
there.
in your face.
Exactly. So that's what people usually think. Like they're like, oh, like I thought you were gonna be super mean, and I'm like, no.
I'm trying to read you. It's Cancer far away, but you got Virgo right here.
Oh, over here, everybody thinks that.
It says Virgo?
No, it says Yukio.
Oh.
Yeah, Yukio.
Like the card game?
No, Yukio means like carpe diem in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it means like get rid of everything.
Are you into like anime and stuff? No.
I like it, but I've never really like watched much of it.
Oh.
I love like the Asian culture and I love their dolls and everything, but I've never gotten into like the anime, like super into it. I'm more of like, I don't even watch TV. I like YouTube. I'm like a nerd when it comes to shit like that. Like I'm more like computers and like things like that than.
You have to be if you're gonna like record your own music, because that's.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I've been like struggling with now. Like I've been, like I got all the programs and everything, and I'm learning how to like engineer and like vocal track, which I think is so cool. But things like that I like, you know, like I'm like I want to learn about this and stuff. But
what program are you using?
Right now I am using Pro Tools. Yeah.
And you're only recording vocals, or are you doing beats too?
No, I'm not doing beats yet. I would love to get into being able to make my own beats, because I think that's like so cool. But I think it's really difficult. So I'm gonna learn things. I want to make sure that I learn everything like how I'm supposed to. So I'm learning how to track my vocals, because I feel like that's what I need the most now, like to be able to like always record myself. So I'm focusing on that right now, because that's what I need, because I just always have beats like sent to me all the time, so I can just...
Yeah, so how do you choose what beat you're gonna use?
It depends. Like usually we're always just like looking for beats, and people are always like sending beats, and I work with like a couple of producers that I've made like a bunch of songs with already, and they are always sending me stuff. So usually it's more of like I'll just sit in the studio and I'll be like, okay, like I'm gonna write something, you know, and then I just go and choose a bunch of songs, and I'm like, which one am I feeling right now? Usually I always pick the one that I have a melody for instantly. Like if I can hear a beat and have a melody like in seconds, like I'll choose that one and finish that one.
So you just like sing it first, and then you just put the like lay the tracks?
Lyrics, lyrics after. Yeah.
Okay. What was the most toxic sign?
The most toxic sign?
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't know.
Other than yours?
No, that's so mean. I don't know. I feel like I don't really know what you would consider like a toxic sign. But personally, me, the one sign that I've been really close to, but then always never ended in good terms, is Leos.
Oh, you're on. What was it? Your rising?
Yeah, my rising. Yeah, Leos is the only time that I've like been like, damn, girl, you have to do me like that.
It's because the energy is like too much.
Yeah, it's very like that. But I don't know. What about you? What do you think? Who's the most toxic? Gemini?
Yeah.
Damn. Did a Gemini like hurt you really bad?
Too many.
Damn. That's how I feel about Leos though. That's how like now I'm kind of effy about Leos sometimes, and I'm like, damn, like y'all are so dope, but you all fuck me up in the same way.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no, I feel how you feel about Leos too. They're up there, but they're not as high as like Gemini to me.
damn. Well, I don't know. I feel like I can see why, because I have also met a lot of really messed up Geminis, and I'm like, damn. But then I never know like the risings and moons, because imagine if you're dealing with like a Gemini, then like,
Have you met that?
I
Before?
feel like I have, yeah. I'm like, you know, like that's probably like a lot.
The thing about Geminis though is that what makes them so toxic to me is that they're so cool. Like I get along with them really well, but then as great as they are, they're also that bad too. To the, like on the other side.
I've never heard it being said like that. I feel like that's literally how I feel about it.
That's why it's, you know, like the angel and the devil.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when people are like, oh, like what do you say about Geminis? Like I personally, for me, the thing that I feel like the most Gemini about me is that like I have really strong emotions. Like for me, it's like I'm very hard-headed, and then like naturally it's like if I feel this way, I'm like feeling this way, you know? And then I'm like, yeah, that's a very Gemini trait for me.
No, but I mean that's good because that energy is what you need to like get people. Like I'm pretty sure that's what caused your success.
Well, yeah, pretty like part of it, yeah. Like I'm just very like stern, and I'm like, yeah, like Geminis are very like that, which is annoying sometimes. Like I can see like from an outside perspective it being annoying, but I'm like, damn. If you don't do it, like nobody's gonna do it for you.
It makes you really attractive though. Like it attracts everything that you want in your life. Like,
oh yeah, I'm a huge manifestation person.
How do you manifest things in your life?
I speak them into existence. Like when I really want something to happen, I just like I say it and it happens.
No, I'm laughing because when we were driving, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna get an accident," and then some car just went right into it, like not into us, but like was about to hit us. And
Damn.
It's like, "Oh, watch the words that you say."
No, literally though, no, I'm so serious. Watch what you say. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you believe it enough, it happens. And I just like I feel like it's taken me a long time to really understand, but it's the truth. Like if you really mean something and believe in it, it's gonna happen. So that I swear to God, my whole life has been manifested. Like I've just not given the universe any other option than what I want.
Did you manifest your green hair too? Like you envisioned it, and then...
No, I didn't even know I was gonna get green hair until I got green hair. I was like the same day. I was like, oh, tea. But
what was it about it that made like? Because green is like your whole aesthetic, isn't it?
I mean, I feel like that's what it looks like. I'm really into orange too. I really like orange, but I'm not gonna change my hair and stuff. Like I remember when I did change my hair like with green, I was like, I don't want to be that one like person that like changes their hair to a color and then makes their whole life that one color, and that's the only color they wear and that's the only color they post. And I really didn't want to do that. Like that was not my vibe. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of slowly became that in the beginning when I first had green hair and I didn't know what to like put on with. But now it's not like that. Like I love green. My inspiration from it actually came from Bottega. Like I went to buy a pair of boots from them and I had never bought anything from them, so I didn't know how they came packaged. And then when I saw the box, it was this beautiful, I still have it, it's like this beautiful green color like box, and I was like, this is the prettiest color I've ever seen. And I was like, bro, I'm obsessed with green. And that's when I did my hair, and I chose that exact same color for my hair. But I love orange too, so.
What does orange mean to you? Like, do colors have like a certain like significance to you? I
think they just make me happy. Like I'm a very like I like the clean white aesthetic, you know.
Yeah.
But then like I love pops of color like in weird places because I think it's like happy to the eye. Like have you ever seen those videos where it's like this is what the world would look like if it had color, and then like they comparison to like what it looks like now, and it's all like grayish and like ugly. Like I feel like when I want my house to be like a place where like there's a lot of colors everywhere, like just like boop, boop, you know. And that's like how I want to do my.
I don't know why I'm imagining SpongeBob's house for some reason.
I'm imagining a picture of like a junkyard, and then like just a flower.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just a pretty junkyard.
Are you also a visual artist?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I even learn more with like visual things than actually like reading. But yeah,
I mean, like you do like paintings and stuff.
No, I have actually never done painting. My boyfriend paints, but I've never tried. I have like a couple of drawings that I've done, but I've never gotten into it. I like instruments more.
Oh, you actually play instruments?
I play a little bit of guitar, and now I want to get into playing piano, and then I really, really want to learn how to play electric guitar. Because I started with like the classic Hispanic, like the Spanish one, and I didn't really like that one that much, and now I want to get really nice like electric guitar and learn how to play.
Are you talking about like acoustic guitar or Spanish guitar?
Acoustic, yeah. Like it's a Spanish guitar, right?
Because I mean they're the same, but Spanish guitar has like the flamenco kind of.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one that I like learned with.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that was always my favorite kind of guitar, but I never like learned how to play that.
Yeah, I liked it at first, but it's not like I couldn't get the sound that I wanted to get out of it. You know.
What are you looking for?
I feel like that's a really hard question for me to answer because I have had people be like, oh, like, what kind of artist do you think you are? Like, you know, pop, R&B, like, whatever. And for me, really, I don't know. Like, I like everything. Like, I want to be, like, in a trap song. Like, I want to rap. I want to sing you. I want to sing you in Spanish. I want to make you a reggaeton. Like, you know, like, I want to make you a flamenco. Like, a bachata. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pop. Like, Dua Lipa vibes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
from what I've heard, you're like the best parts of like a Drake and Rihanna song, like the ones that I like.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
I think it's like the Afrobeat kind of. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's the vibe that I really like have been into now, and I have been working on songs that are like that as well. But then I really want to do like something fun and upbeat. Like that's like my
like
next
for the club.
one. No, not for the club, but more for like the girls. You know, like to like get ready and like do things. Like,
Who do you like to listen to?
I pretty much only listen to Adele.
Adele.
That's literally like the only like her new album is amazing. So I listen to that on repeat like every day ever since it dropped. But other than that, like when I'm trying to like get ready and stuff, I love Doja Cat. Like obsessed with her.
Is she canceled?
Is she? What happened?
Like, I thought she was canceled a long time ago, but now she's like still always popping.
Really? I don't know anything. I don't stay updated with anything. No way, really?
Well, it was like a couple of years ago.
Oh.
But I was always confused about that whole situation.
I don't know. I mean, I see her doing her thing, looking amazing, being super funny, being herself all the time. Like, I think that's super cool. And I have a lot of respect for her. Like, she has really cool music.
What's your favorite song from her?
Woman. I really like that song. Or I think Woman is probably my
I can see your song sounding a little like that.
Yeah. I love Woman, yeah. And then I also love Kali Uchis. I don't know if you know, but
no, she's like my favorite artist. She's my favorite artist.
Kali Uchis is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed with her. I always play
But
her.
did you just start because of the Sad Girls, or did you always like her?
No, I've been into Kali Uchis for probably like a year and a half now. Like my friend Luna, actually she's in there, but my friend Luna, she introduced me to Kali Uchis and I had never heard her before, and when I first heard her I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Angel. I was obsessed. So I love her. Paloma Mami is somebody that I always listen to too.
Yeah.
I really like her music. I really like chill music. I like, obviously at the club, like I love dancing, reggaeton and all that stuff. But like for when I listen to myself, like at home, I just listen to chill songs.
Have you ever taken psychedelics?
No.
Or do you smoke weed?
Yes.
Do you?
Sometimes.
How was like listening to your music when you're high?
I like listening to my music when I'm high better than when I'm not.
I was asking about their music. But
their music. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
I just enjoy more. I feel like anything when I smoke weed, I enjoy more. It's just more relaxed because I'm always like so, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I smoke weed, I relax and I'm like, oh, that was nice. But it's
Do you prefer sativas or indicas?
I like hybrids.
Hybrids?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much all you get nowadays.
Yeah,
Right?
true. Like a hybrid, like dominant sativa.
Oh.
Like I like staying up. I don't like weed that makes me like sleepy and like non-functional.
Does it help you with your music?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really like I said, strict with myself. So in the studio, it's almost like I must, like I have to like relax, because if not, I'm just not gonna like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you perform?
Yeah, I've done performances before. Yeah.
How was it like after like the pandemic when you couldn't really perform too much?
Well, I performed last November. Sorry. I performed last November, and it was really good. It was a really good vibe. My manager actually helped me with this performance, and it was really like intimate with like a bunch of like industry people and artists and other people to meet, and they're called Hype Tuesday, and it was a really fun time. I think I was really nervous, but it was great. I don't know.
Are you signed?
Not yet.
Not yet. Did you have any deals on the table, or you just kind of?
I've had deals, like people have offered me things, but I've never really felt like ready to like really like sign on to anything, because I've always been really scared of like signing the wrong thing and then like really being shelved and like not. I'm just a person, I like to have control over what I'm doing and like my money and like, you know, what's going on. So I feel like I could do that by myself and then develop myself to the point where I'm not the one that's looking for a management, you know, like you know, a label or whatever, they come to us.
So do you feel like you can do everything just by yourself?
No, I definitely need my team, but it's the team that I've created for myself.
Who is on your, like, what does everyone do on your team?
Well, I have my manager. She pretty much does like everything, and then I have my assistant, who is a really close friend of mine from like high school, that we get along amazingly, and we work with each other, and she helps with my business and I help her with hers. And you know, then I have all the people that I work with musically, like my writers and the producers that I work with and the engineers that I work with.
Do you feel like TikTok is really important to, like, just to get your music out now?
Yeah, I think TikTok is an amazing platform that anybody could use right now for growth. I enjoy TikTok because I'm more like, I like to do dumb shit on social media. Like that's like I enjoy doing that. You know? So obviously I'm gonna use it, and when I have my music I'm gonna promote it, but
yeah,
you know.
Is there anything in the music, like any practices of getting your music out that you don't approve of, that you don't really like, and you're not gonna do it?
Wait, come again? Sorry.
Like when it comes to getting your music out,
okay,
a lot of people do a lot of like crazy stuff. Is there anything that you feel like that's lame to do, or like
crazy stuff to like go viral?
Yeah, or just like get your music out to like different people.
I mean, I feel like yeah. I mean, I don't really do anything crazy. I just release my music.
And that's it? And you just let it do its thing?
Yeah, like I do my little photo shoots, you know, I pop off or whatever, like I look cute, and I tell you to listen to my shit. But yeah, no, I don't do anything like crazy stunts, like none of that.
Tell me about being your experience as a female artist.
I mean, it's been hard. Like the beginning of it, I feel like finally now I'm literally at the place that I've always dreamed of being in, and I feel really confident about my craft and my team and the people around me and the moves that we're making. But in the beginning of it, obviously, like not knowing anything about this industry, like it was really messed up, especially like being in LA and being like super young, and like all the people that you meet around there, it's just like a terrible environment. So obviously in the beginning it was hard, but anything that you like want to do is going to be hard in the beginning. It's going to be hard always.
Do you feel like, well, what would you describe yourself, like, you wouldn't describe yourself as a rapper, right?
No.
So you're not trying to be in that lane of like, oh, I gotta be better than Nicki, or like better than Doja, or...
I don't want to be, like, literally, I don't want to be better like than anybody. I want to be myself, and I'm going to be my best self that I ever can be. Like, I don't really see anyone else around me as like a competition or somebody that I want to get ahead of. Like, at the end of the day, I understand that we live in a world where there's space for everybody, and everybody can shine, and everybody can do their own thing, and everybody can win and make money, you know?
Yeah.
So I just stay in my own lane, I chill, I vibe, I make some cool music, you know, people like it, and, you know, I don't need to be better than anyone.
What's like some feedback they've gotten for your music?
Only one more. That's like the one thing that I always get. They're like, release, and I'm like, soon.
Yeah.
But soon.
Do you have an album out, or are you working on an album?
I'm working on like an overall project. I don't know if I want to, like, I don't know if it's not decided if it's going to be my album, but it's like what I'm working on right now. Like a different series of songs and sounds, and trying to really piece everything together. Hopefully we can release something soon, but like I said, I'm really picking. Clearly.
Do you feel like there's a formula for dropping music? Like you have to drop singles, or you have to drop an album, or like how do you think that goes?
I know that a lot of people go like super into like, I have to do this, I have to do that. For me, I like singles. I feel like singles is something that's fun and not super overwhelming. Obviously, when you're gonna put like an amount, like a project out with like a lot of masterpieces of like your work, and like that can be really like anxious for people, like at least for me. So I like singles because they're fun. It's something that I make in the moment and I really vibe with and I really like it, and then I'm like, all right, let's get this released, you know?
So when it comes to making a single that's fun, when you're making an album, do do you feel like, oh, how is this gonna sound with everything else, even though it's like you're just making this in the moment?
No, because I really don't. I'm not gonna be the kind of artist that stays in the same lane always. Like that. You're not gonna go to my Spotify and see like 4 songs that you could have been like, oh wow, I kind of heard that before. You know.
Yeah.
Like I want to drop all the time different music, and that's why I'm so picky with it. And that's why it's taken me a while to actually get it done. But it's because I want to make sure that I'm not out here capping, being like, oh yeah, my shit's gonna be fire. It's not. So I want to literally like drop rap. I want to drop like Spanish trap. I want to drop R&Bs and songs that resemble more to like Adele and Amy Winehouse and like Christina Aguilera, because I'm like super into that whole world of music, like my range in my vocal cords is insane. Like I can do a lot of different things, and I want to utilize all of those things.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm ever gonna drop like 2 songs that are similar to each other, because I just don't want to keep it like that.
Do you feel like you're finding genre, or are you still looking for? You say you're open, you're trying to see like Spanish trap.
Exactly. Yeah,
I want to.
like
you mastered like one already, or do you feel like you're still?
I'm very comfortable in the whole like Afrobeats, dance hall. I'm very comfortable in like the small like slower R&Bs. I'm very comfortable in the very soulful part of things. I'm still working on getting better on my rap, on my like fun like upbeat stuff, because I'm just personally always a very like heartful person. Like I like long melodies. I like all those kind of things, and that's what I kind of like drive more towards. So
what if you blow up with a certain sound? Are you gonna continue with that because that's what's working, or are you still gonna be experimental? I'm gonna experiment. If you fuck with this, wait till it comes back. I don't know what to tell you. Because a lot of times I'll like a song from a like a certain artist, but then I'm like, okay, I like this artist now, but then I listen to their music, it sounds nothing like that one song that I like. I feel like that's why I've always been like really transparent with like who I am on social media, because I don't ever want anybody to be confused. Like with me, you get what you get, and that's what you get, and you don't complain. Isn't that like a thing? But yeah, like that's just who I am. Like I feel like if people truly like any of my songs, they will genuinely like any of my songs. Like if you like one of them, you're bound to like other types, because at the end of the day, it's still me. It's still my voice. It's still the things that I say and do. So what do you do with your old music that you don't like anymore? Do you hide it?
No. So I actually started to do little covers and stuff of the music that I have recorded from like the past, because I figured like, why would I just like, it's not the best, it's not a hit, but like it's still cute, Yeah. So I want people to see that stuff. It's my growth. It's things that I've gone through and said and didn't finish, and and just because I didn't personally feel like it was worth putting out, and I didn't, it doesn't mean that I can still help someone out there, So even if it's a snippet, like you get to hear the growth.
So music was always your dream, right?
Yeah.
What specifically like was your dream as like a kid, like with the music? Because I know I asked you if you wanted to get celebrity, like what was your specific dream, like your goal to get to?
I feel like just making, like, this is so annoying because I feel like it's corny as fuck, but like making the world a better place, like for real though. Like I'm like I feel like the world is so shitty all the time. Like I go outside and I'm like, damn, like this shit's trash. Miami everywhere. Like I've traveled all around the world, and there's just so many like messed up things about the world, and I feel like nobody does anything about them. Like homelessness, like that's one of my biggest like projects. Like that's the one thing that I want to get to work on the most, like next year, is like helping these people, because it makes no sense how literally no one cares. It's just things like that. Like I feel like everybody's always like, oh yeah, like when I make it big and I catch a bag, like I'm gonna help all these people, and then I don't see it, and I'm like, damn, like that's fucked up. So that's what like feel like motivated me the most. Like what can I do to really have fun with my life and be successful enough that I can help others? Like music, like,
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I don't even know if I can say that, but
what?
I be hearing shit sometimes in the radio, and I'm like, for real? Like if you can make it, I can make it for sure.
Alright, so when it comes to your lyrics, are you mindful of the lyrics that you're saying? Because like how you said, the word that you speak manifests.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you practice that in music?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't make any music about anything that I'm not like 100% like a firm believer in. You know, like if I'm singing a song about like something that has happened to me, like I'm truly putting like my real raw emotion into what happened, you know, and like telling you my side of the story. Or like when I'm doing like more upbeat songs, like kind of like women empowerment songs, like I'm putting out like the words that you're speaking when you sing my song. Like when you say my lyrics, like you're gonna manifest that back into your life, you know? Like I don't want any negativity, like none of that. Like my music is not gonna be about like partying and going to the club and like seeing how many men, you know, like that's like not really my vibe. Like I talk about like real, like heartful shit that you go through in life.
Like real emotions.
Yeah, you know? But I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love those songs. Like Cardi B, you fucking go crazy. Like Sweetie, like, you know, Megan Thee Stallion, like I love them. I still will, you know, twerk to them. But that's just not the music that I make.
You listen to like any old school stuff? Like what's something in your vault that no one would ever expect you to listen to?
I feel like my vault doesn't really make sense to Americans because, you know, I learned about rap and like pop pretty much when I moved here.
People from Spain watching this.
Huh?
We got people from Spain watching this.
Bueno, in Spain, like, you know, El Gambino, all the fucking flamenco artists that I used to listen to when I was, like, growing up. Like, I have all of those songs in my playlists and stuff, but I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
For someone that's starting out right now, trying to make music, what do you think is the best advice that you would give them to, if they don't know where to go next, like what should they do? Like they made a song, what do they?
I feel like the biggest advice that I could give anyone and like would give myself is like take every opportunity you have to get in front of a mic, because you can be an artist and you can be an amazing singer and you could be like, you know, an amazing writer. But if you don't get the enough like practice in front of a mic, like those first encounters with a mic, at least for me, like they were so scary. And I feel like being so scared of recording kind of made me like not focus on recording and like not going to the studio because I would be scared to record. And I feel like that backtracked me like so much when I had so many like opportunities of like going to the studio, you know? So the one advice that I would give myself back or like give somebody else is like, if you really want to make music, you need to get like good at it. But to get good at it, you have to work on it, and it's expensive. So if you have like the resources, like a mic, anything, like record yourself and get comfortable in front of a mic, get comfortable like spitting the same melodies 300 times and making sure that every time is the same exact way, you know, and things like that.
Damn, I was in that like, ended there, but when you are saying it like a whole bunch of times, how do you know which one? Okay, I'm gonna use that one.
I feel like for me, it's like I usually just hear it. Like, if it depends if I have, like, I know that I want a melody to go a certain way, and then it's either I struggle to make it that way, and then as soon as I get it that way, I can hear it and immediately know that that's the take. Or when I have one that I like, but I want to perfectionate, like, some parts of it, and then I have to redo it over and over and over and over again, I usually always pick the first one that I did. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like sometimes when you do say something, your emotions are in that track and you kind of don't want to lose it? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I mean, it depends. I feel like it depends if I am... There's a lot of moments where I'm like writing, and I'm writing because I'm going through something in the moment. And those are usually for me the best times to like get it recorded, because I feel like that's where my voice sounds the rawest, because you can really feel the emotion in it. But then there's also like plenty of other times where I'm in the studio making a song about something that happened to me a while ago, and I have to kind of relive that and like put that emotion into it. But I can just do that easily. Like, you know, it depends on what I'm talking about, then I'll like get into it.
You have anyone you want to shout out?
Anyone I want to shout out?
Yeah.
I want to shout out my manager. My manager, Elizabeth Herrera, for being so amazing. I love her. And shout out to you guys for coming here and
Appreciate it.
wanting to interview me. I think that's super dope. So yeah, should I shout out anyone else? No, right?
It's on you.
You don't want to be like, oh, you forgot about me.
I'm dead. I don't know, dude. I'm so awkward. I feel so awkward sometimes.
Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everyone.
This is gonna be mad.
I'm dead. Imagine, yo, so. Shout out to so.
No, because sometimes I be watching interviews and then, like, with people I know, and like, damn, thanks, Sean.
I'm dead. Shout out all these people. No.
Where can I find you at?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Keella Garre.
How come you don't have your music in your bio?
What do I have in my bio?
Nothing.
I don't have anything.
We're working on new music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're working on new music right now. We're building, so there'll be music in the bio soon. For now, you have the energy out. On
That's
the
yeah,
disc.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
'cause I had to go digging for your stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And you said where they can find you, right?
Mm?
You said where
Yes.
they can find you, right?
Yes.
Alright, so it's been 6 feet, the one and only Keella Garre.
Hey,
That's
you
it.
said it so well.
I was like, oh, let me make sure I get it right.
No, you did good.